Here we are, this is Mrs. Keener. Hi. We are continuing with our examples for these notes on log properties. It would help if you had your previous page with you so you can look at the properties. The properties need to be memorized. These need to be memorized so that you can do fun things with them, like today. Okay, let's recap. Is Red okay with y'all? Here we go. What's the ln of E? The ln of E is equal to what? So E to what power is E? E to the 1, right? We can even say that anytime the ln and the E, ln and the E are touching, if you want to think of it, you could say they cancel, but we don't really say they cancel. We go hi-ya karate chop. Okay, this was a power of 1, so whatever that power is, hi-ya karate chop, and you get 1. Anytime you have log base b of b, it's equal to, well, they cancel, and you get 1. Or if you have b to the log b, that's a silly one. We don't see that very often, but that equals 1. Okay, you ready? Get set. I need a different pen. Here we go. I'd like to have 2 colors. Are the ln and the E, are they touching? Are they touching? Yes, so since they're touching, you could say hi-ya karate chop, and you're left with just 3x. Oh, I didn't even read the instructions. Use the inverse properties of exponential and logarithmic expressions to simplify each expression below. So we're not solving for x, we're just simplifying. Okay, 11, should we go to 12 next? Is the E touching the ln? Yes, it is, so hi-ya karate chop. And you guys are math ninjas now. Let me just get that. Okay, is the ln touching the E right now? No, they are not touching. So you need to do math. You need to rearrange some things so that they are touching. You ready? So we're going to rewrite this exponent root power. Sorry about that. Okay, how do we rewrite this root? We got to get rid of this cube root. Not get rid of it like we can't cube both sides because we don't have an equation. So not cancel it, we just need to rewrite it. So E, do you remember power's on the top, root's on the bottom. So this is a power of 2 over 3. Oh my gosh, why'd you learn that last unit? So you could do this in this unit. Okay, so we learned this in last chapter so that you could rewrite it like this. And now what do you notice? You notice that the ln is, oops, oh my gosh, I feel like a bad math teacher. I should be writing equals. Do you notice that the E and the ln are now touching? Hi-ya karate chop, and we're just left with 2/3. Isn't that great? Yeah, there's another way to do that, but that's fine for now. Okay, is the 10 touching the log right now? Like this is, the B is touching the log. Do you see there's nothing in between there? So that would be a no, they're not touching. So we need to move this 2. How can we move that 2? Let me look at my notes. Golly gee gosh, do we have notes on this? Do you see how this power is moved down in front of the log? Well, actually, we're going to take this power and we can move it back up. So you can move it down and up, down and up. So this 2 is in front of a log, which means we can move it up and rewrite it. Now we have 10 to the log of x squared. Now is the 10 touching the log? Hi-ya, karate chop, and we get x squared. Let's keep going. Okay, this one's a fun one. Oh, we just did this in calculus, like the exact same question. So E to the ln of x plus 2, yes, the E is touching the ln, and yes, I know you want to. I know you want to go hi-ya because that's what I taught you, but there's a big but. This plus 2 is not good. It's in our way. It means we can't cancel this, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite using something that we know that if you multiply the same base, you can add the exponents. So do you see how the exponents are being added right now? So if the exponents are being added, we could actually rewrite this as e to the ln of x times e squared. Do you got that? When you multiply the same base, you add the powers. So we're undoing that exponent property. Don't say I didn't teach you this. When you get to calculus, we literally did this in a calculus problem today, the same exact calendar day. The e and the ln are touching, hiya, karate chopping, that brings the x down. So the x is trapped in the exponent, and that's why logarithms were invented, is to save the x from the tower and bring it down to the ground because it's afraid of heights. It told me that one time. X times e squared, you know, that's it really. I mean, could we write e squared times x? Yeah, you could write that. Okay, what did I just say about this plus sign? It's not good. We need to rewrite it by writing this as the same base being multiplied. We remember that from our exponent unit before. Okay, does anything cancel here? No. 5 squared is 25. What about here? 5 to the log base 5? Yes, that cancels. Are we going to see that a lot, did I say? No. What are we going to see? A lot of this. This is like the same problem off the AP exam. You're going to see this. Ln's and e's is a lot, but why do we learn logs? Well, because math is life, and life is fun, and math is fun. Why are we learning all these properties? The reason you're learning properties, you always learn properties in every unit you take in Math 3 or Algebra 2 or whatever we want to call it, okay? We will learn properties, 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 so that you can finally solve an equation, okay? We got to solving equations on the second lesson. That's pretty cool. You learn lots of properties for linears and quadratics before you ever got to solving them. So here we are. We're going to solve the following equations using the log rules that we have been learning. Okay, this is the key. You have to rewrite each side of the equation as a what? As a single logarithm. What does the word single mean? Single means there's only one. There's only one. So when I see a paper with 2 logs, it doesn't make sense, okay? You have to rewrite it as a single logarithm. You ready? The equal sign, each side of the equation. So the equal sign is really important. Do you see my equals? Okay, let's look on the right. On the right, do we have a single log? How many logs do you see? We see 1. We see the word log 1 time. So there's 1 log. Single log, that's what it says. Okay, look on the left side. Is there a single log? No, there's 2. So, hold on, wait, what? We have to rewrite each side of the equation as a single log? Where have I seen that before? Did we practice that? Yep, we practiced it here on example 1. So right now we have 2 logs and they're being added. How did the 2 logs, if you're adding 2 logs, then what are you going to do with the arguments? You're going to multiply them. We're going to multiply them. What about this 2 though? This 2 really shouldn't be here. This 2 should really be up here. So it's going to be x times 2 squared. We can write that better. That would just be 4x. You agree? Okay, if only there were instructions on how to do this. Oh, it's right here. Rewrite each side of the equation as a single logarithm of the same base. Single log, same base of 10. Okay, great. Step 2. Set the arguments equal to one another. Okay, so you're saying if we have the same base and the same log, then what that means is that 4x equals x plus 9. Would they be equivalent if they were different bases? No, so they have to be the same base. Let's fast forward and see if we have the same base. So log is base 10, base 10. What about this one? Base E, base E. What's this base? 3, 3, 3, 3. And this base E, because it's a natural log. Kind of neat. So we're only allowed to do this if they have all the same base. Same base, log equals log, and do we know how to solve this for x? Yep. 3x equals 9, so x equals 3. Ta-da! I did it. Is there a single logarithm here on the left? A single logarithm? Yes. Is there a single logarithm on the right? No, there's two. There's one here and one here. So we have to combine it into one. And what does the minus sign mean? That means we're going to use the quotient property. So when you subtract two logs, you divide their arguments. X is in the numerator because it came first. But again, what are we going to do with this 2 in front? This 2 in front is going to go up here and become 2 squared, just like we did here. So what's 2 squared? 2 squared is 4, usually. All right, what do you think? Do we have a log equal to a log? Yes? So it just makes sense that their arguments are equivalent. And we need to solve for x. There's a couple different ways to do this. I would probably first multiply by this 4. Tell me, did I show my work correctly? Is that correct? No. Do most American teenagers do this? Yes, but it's wrong. So what's wrong about it? We multiplied this side by 4 to cross those off, but this side, we need it to be in parentheses. But what's the point of the parentheses? To remind us to distribute that 4. So it should be 8x minus 12 today. Yeah? All right. How are we doing? Solve for x. I'm going to do this. I know, it's crazy. I'm going to have a 7x minus 12 equals 0. And then I'm going to add the 12 back to the other side. So 7x equals 12, so x equals 12 divided by 7. Is that okay to have a fraction? Yeah. Could we be plugging these in to check? Yeah, we kind of should be, right? Yes, you should. It's good for you. Just like vitamins and exercise. Do you want me to go fast and do all these? Let's go. Do you see on the left side, how many logs do you see? 1, 2. 2 logs. Is that a single log? No. When you ask me for help on this, I'm going to say, did you watch the video? And if you're watching and listening right now, you would say, of course I did. But those people that aren't listening, they're going to need help. Why did I do division? Was it magic or did I follow a rule? What rule was that? It's a quotient rule. I'm talking while I'm trying to do math. Is there a number in front? No, no, no. So we didn't have any powers, you know, that power rule. Log base 3, log base 3. Isn't this awesome? We had a whole unit on how to solve rational expressions. And now here we are. We have a rational expression inside a log. It's actually a rational equation. And if you want to be real honest, I don't think it is rational because it's dividing by 2 instead of x. So I take back everything I just said. What did I do first? Sorry, multiply both sides by 2. Don't distribute this 2 in here. The point of putting it here is to cancel. And if I subtract this x, then I will move this 2 over here. Agreed? Okay. I see 2 logarithms, so I'm going to combine them, but it's a minus sign. So what the minus sign tells me to do is we're going to divide the arguments. But here I see a plus sign. So what are we going to do with the plus sign? We're going to multiply. Okay, watch this, watch this. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You can do it. What did I do? I distributed 3 times 2x minus 1. Multiplied each by 3. All right, I'm doing all the examples. I hope you're watching and I hope you're listening and learning. But what you need to do is the practice, okay? Don't copy. You need to work hard. You need to try hard because all of this video is copying. You're just copying, and if you zoned out, you didn't learn much. But make sure, review your notes, understand, ask for help, and then try really hard on the practice, okay? If I have time, I'll go over this. So, arguments set equal to each other, multiplied both sides by the 2, distributed, that's an ugly 2, solved for x, and I got 9 divided by 11.